speak.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the stream. Lower my tunes a bit. Alright, let's just get some of the announcements out of the way. I have an in-game guild on NA if you guys are interested. You guys can reach me via Discord DM, or you can send me an in-game mail at ramix.4197. If you want an invite to the Discord, it's going to be at the comment of this live stream, and it's in the pinned chat of the stream right now. Oop. All right, there. Got all that posted up. I'm using my Way of the Warrior build, which is really not a really super creative, but I'll be using Thief Relic a lot today. Spear, Greatsword, pretty much my favorite weapons. You can go Hammer if you want. Full Berserker stats, Power Infusions, Dragon Hunter Runes, Force Fire Spear, Cruelty Hydro Greatsword, the classic. The traits are full kapow, spirit boon since we're going dwarf stance, and then these traits here. Okay, let's get into it. Didn't want to hover too long. Oh, I guess I'll flash on the Discord on the stream real fast. This is the Discord. Right now, it just is really a place for me to contain my resources for you guys to be available, or for it to be available to you, anybody who wants them. But mostly my builds are here, which is probably the most interesting thing. But also, if you guys are interested in talking to me and having back and forth about the game, questions or whatever, happy to talk. There are channels for that under build and game help. If that's the kind of thing you're interested in, I specialize, or try to, in helping newer players get into the game. All right. Enough advertisements. Let's just jump into Discord with the boys and vibe. Let's whip on the tunes and chill. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic week. It was a US holiday yesterday, but I got like no sleep, so I'm like mega cooked. Boom, 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 boom. My sleep schedule is like mega cooked right now, actually. Oh, content's here. Oh, hit a like on the stream if you guys don't mind. I would appreciate it. It lets YouTube know you gotta be fun, spreads it around to other channels that watch Guild Wars content, so I would appreciate it. But no biggie, all you lurkers are well appreciated as well. Alright, good first fight. Radcat is on the amalgam. The amalgam, the goober. I kind of accidentally legend swapped earlier there. Messed up my opener, but it's fine. Gotta squeeze out a little bit more crankage. Dun dun. Let me check, make sure the quality looks good. There's nothing a problem with that. Let me also make sure not to play copyright music today. How is the quality? Yeah, looks good. Oh yeah, quality is good. Alright, sweet. Gotta get some clips on this build for the video. I've got the quick little kind of like 9-minute rundown on the build, but I want to add a couple of clips at the beginning and the end of that video before I put it up on the channel. That is in progresso. I'm going for a different approach with this new video. I'm going to try and make these easier for me to make. So I'm going to make a build video where I talk about the build and the variants that you can do. So in this case, this is the dwarf stance one, and there'll be another one for assassin stance, and perhaps maybe even weapon variants. And then I'll do one overall build guide video for Conduit that talks about all the mechanics. Like the Renegade video that should come out hopefully next after the short Conduit video. But like the Vindicator video, basically. Let's crank the tunes up there. Blocking. Nice. Capped. Let's go to the next song. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Couple of good. Well, that wasn't really against the group, but about one clip. I kind of want like a clip where we go back and forth. I don't want just a clip where I run over the enemy. I want there to be a little bit of a trade-off. Hopefully we get a good fight and I have good quality on that. I leap up here? You can. Very minor. That blue. Dun, dun, dun. Can I add your other account? Yeah, sure. Oh, wait, I can glide. What am I doing? I was looking down like, how am I going to get down? Let me get an invite to you on there, Mr. Buddy. Do. All right, I got the numbers. I forget how you invite. It's under roster, right? Oop. There we go. All right, invite sent. You want to set the guild as World Guild? Right now, I am following my alliance, so I'm gonna make a second character, basically a second account, and I'm gonna link that one to there. If anybody who wants to do that, they can. And I'll just run on that account. We kind of do like a series on that account, showing probably the faster gearing process that I would do. No legendaries, obviously. All right. I would advise though that you know, maintain your World guild to whichever alliance or guild you want to maintain on your main. You're making Rev? Cool. I think I'm gonna try Necro or Elementalist, because those are the classes that I probably know the least, I think. And I think there are some melee builds that are cool, like Pistol. I want to try like a power pistol build, or Conduit. I don't really even know what pistol. I think Pistol's actually Conduit. But I also want to try like the power Zerg builds for well, I guess both for Ellie and Necro. I want to try going ham in the paint on Reaper and Ritualist, and I want to try all the different Ellie variants, since I don't really know them. We'll both try new things. For sure, let's do it. But where should I make my Necro? I could do like an Asura, since it's an alt account, never play Asuras. I think I'll start with Reaper. I like Reaper. It's simple, straightforward. And I think it'll like force me to learn how to like use the utilities well. You know, I'm surprised there's no patch notes, by the way, Lou. They used to do patches with balancing 1 week after the expansion, but they didn't do it today. They did the bug fixes and the slight balance switches to Writ and Lumi on November 5th. Are they really not going to give us any updates this week? Damn. Which rev is the best to start with? That's a good question. Definitely, obviously not core. Core is weaker than any of the specs, so it depends. If you want to go for like a more melee bruiser playstyle, Vindicator is a good one. Is it a good one to try? But most people find Vindicator harder to get into, so I maybe would not recommend it first. I personally would say maybe Renegade. I think maybe Renegade is not a bad one to start with. It's not really like super complicated. You learn a lot about energy management on Renegade. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 ba, da, 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 da. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, the EWP didn't get it. Hey, Zealot. Zerker Dragon. Full Zerker right now. Full Zerker. I don't use Dragon because on Conduit you're low on crit. You don't have as many crit boosts as Renegade. So many yell shots. So I would say, to finish answering the question about which rev legend to start with, honestly, Conduit is not a terrible one to start with. So either Conduit or Renegade. Conduit is not that complicated. I think Renegade is maybe slightly more complicated, not by much. Alrighty.
Persevere all together.
So many kills. We got a commander up. Alright. Let's go dwarf stance. Start renegade, shortbow spear. So shortbow is best as a shortbow is best at roaming, to be honest. Spear is good in Zerg. They kind of feel a similar slot, mid-range pressure with CC on it. So I typically recommend that your other weapon is a melee weapon, so like greatsword, staff, or sword. That way you can do a weapon swap burst combo with hydromancy on the secondary weapon. You can do like a ranged burst skill and then weapon swap into a melee burst skill. That would be my recommendation, but going shortbow spear and going like a very range heavy setup is not really a bad idea. You could do that. Could be a playstyle thing, you know. And I usually use Shiro and the renegade stance almost all the time while you're roaming. And then when you're zerging, you can switch out Shiro for a dwarf or a demon. Dwarf is better usually. Demon is good if you want to do strips. Dwarf is easier to use, so that'd probably be my recommendation. I didn't even look at the stats there. I was just kind of having fun. Work emote when. Let me stay on this. Forgot. Bad habit. Oh, I left my water downstairs. Shoot. Can't hydrate up, boys. Be a good boy and siege it up. Pretty good for us getting surprised.
Never surrender. There's nothing to fear. Make haste.
Alright. We gotta make sure we finish kills here. Maybe try the other side. Oh, let me repair it all the way. Hold on. Bob the Builder, here you go. There you go. Yo, Step Bro is stuck. Bam, 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 bam. That's 53 green. Holy fuck. Bum, 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 bum. Let me join the boys. They're down in my water. Why are these people over? How did they get in here? Oh, I'm down. The walls that were fucking down. Fucking brain cells are not on. It's kind of hoping they'd fight. Looks like they had a good number of them. Get in. All right, guess we're walking away. For some reason, I'm beguiling Hazel's on. Oh, that's right. He just didn't move up. Tried to use it there, and I was realizing I couldn't wrestle. Doing thing. No. That we're gonna try and walk through. They can win. This thing wins. And yeah, they got this for sure. You guys are winning. They have downs in there. tag is hitting them right now. There's a couple of downs in. All right. Let me run back now. I thought they'd keep on fighting that. They could have grinded it out. So it feels like we're a bit low on strips maybe, but no. It's hard to tell. We have a couple of people. Lispuff Rev. Or blue, right? Yeah, that's those. Sure why they turned this way, but I'll follow them.
Forced away.
It's getting my. I want to get my sigil stacks. Got him. Dude, they're contesting our waypoint, bro. These people are in queue. I guess they are. They must kind of DC'd. Oh, there's a WoW fan? Yeah, he is. He's trolling. My boy Illyria. One of the Windrunner sisters. To be honest, he names all his characters funny stuff, like his Revenant is Ritlock Brimstone. With a bunch of funny character names. I guess I can repair this slot. I don't think we're gonna roast. Dumper. Dump the old. Oh, got two. There's a put it in there too. Okay. Yellow. Alright. Ooh, supply drop. What matchup am I? I am in Throne of Balthazar. And I'm against Mosswood and Raw's Rest. On North America. Got my last legendary. The grind is done, gentlemen. I have a legendary in every slot. Except for, obviously, the Relic. I guess Relic is really the next big one. Got full armor. I got all the weapons I care about. I'm missing axe, shield, and staff, but I don't really use those much. But I've got all the accessories, so I just gotta get the legendary relic. How much is that gonna cost me? Let's look at that add-on. Legendary relic. I know this one's like hella expensive. 2k gold. Ooh, God, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt, but I'll save up for it. I'm not in a rush. Honestly, I don't use that many relics. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell off. I'm gonna make 2 legendaries and sell them, and then I'll use that to buy relic. Bum, 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 bum. Support up. Hitting F, hitting F. Bam, ba-da-da-dam, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da-da-dam. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, wow. Bum, 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 wow.
Nothing to fear. Forged away. There's nothing to fear.
Alright, we got the boys here. Retrieval mission complete. The gang, the guys and gals. Nobody hit this guy. Get him. Guess we're waiting for. Alright, yeah, we are. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Oh man. Bum, 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 bum. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Da, 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 da. Oh, okay, guess we're going. Bum, 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 bum. What's our stab? Is our stab good enough yet? Yeah, I think let's try just going assassin a little bit after this fight. I guess is in the combat already. We have a luminary in every party almost. This party is weak on stab. Maybe I shouldn't go actually assassin. What happened to all the people over here? Come fight us. Wonder what they're doing right now. What's the green team doing? Are they fighting somewhere else? Where's everybody at? Are they on Greenville or something? Alright. These all being used. Alright. Ooh, max power is way too far. Holy. Did I miss? I don't think I saw numbers the last time I sent one. Okay, never mind. Just coming here making big changes. Oh, I definitely overshot that one. Dude, am I even hitting with these, bro? I'm so bad with this shit. I think I'm hitting a shield that's not loading. Yeah, this song's been going on for a minute. Let's move on. Is this even hitting? I was like barely tapping it. I'm trying to hit that shrub there. right. Yep. Not enough people here. All right. All right. I think green is no longer around, which whack. They were so huge, never got to fight them when we were ready, really. You're at 35 now. Pretty good. Missing like stab. This should be alright. All right. I need to go grab my water. Forgot about it. Fuck. missing one of these. Unlocked, unlocked. Guess not. I guess I have all of these. Yep, have every single one. Let's go roaming build. I don't think we're getting much content here today. I just used 2 dodges and a shield. Now he's gonna die. Oh, he uses heal.
Brace yourself. Incoming.
My gains!
Make haste.
That's a lot of stuns. Hopefully I got them up. Tried to get our kill or just to get somebody up there. He went stealth, fuck it. He's probably right there. There it is. This a guy on me, brother?
Forge the way.
I'm contento. All right. If you guys having fun, please consider hitting a like on the stream. I'd appreciate it. Tank build with a claw relic. He must be doing some toad stuff. I've been bombing him, Uzo. That's crazy. They portal bombed us and we got surprised. We had no idea it was coming. Crazy. Pum 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 pum. Red is behind. Bom, 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 bom. Try to surprise us. Yeah, good whiff. Man, I'm like falling asleep. I'm definitely gonna end stream like right when Zerg ends because I'm fucking tired. I had such a bad night of sleep yesterday. I need to make sure I got my 8 hours today. Oh, it's already empty. Does anybody have enough for this? Alright. We're sieged up. Fuck. Fuck, man, I'm tired. He's got the pass. We've got a man on the inside. I think this is now our wife. We share. Are we making any progress, man? This is the part I hate. The fucking sieging, man. Just let me in. There's some people in the front there. Alright, man, that kind of stuff doesn't really work. You gotta do Conduit burst builds, not Conduit tank builds. You're just gonna lose against anybody with a support, which is most people these days. Conduit assassin, my friend. Conduit tanks only work on like Necro. And maybe Mesmer. And then maybe less effectively on Ellie, but I don't actually know that for sure. I mean, I'm sure you can make Conduit tank road work, but not in this environment. This guy's looking for fights. It's at 21% right now. One dog. Taunts? Yeah, he dodged it. Explains the disconnect. Think of the gains.
Launched away.
That's all the math for the next month. I do guessing math, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this song. All right, what now, man? We have no content. What's happening? Oh, I see. Red is on this side too. Fair enough to chase this. He's gonna die anyway. Another objective obtained. Where do they put the weeklies for World vs. World again? I always forget. Ah, that's right. Keep Crusher. Oh god. Are we out of content? And I ran. That thing, man. This is advanced linguistics. Fascinating. Oh, we're fucking losing it, man. We're fucking bored.
Never surrender. There's nothing to fear. All together.
Oops. I actually shouldn't really quit this one. This is the same amount of stats, isn't it? I'm dumb. Whatever. Well, green is gone. Oop. Sun is mounted. Rid of him.
Never surrender. Never give up. Pace yourselves.
You guys know how to stab, so I have roads for your boats. Don't hold on.
We persevere.
together. Forge the way.
That's fun. Classic, man. Outnumbered as always. I like to know what the average count is every time we fought, 'cause I'm pretty sure we fought at like almost 2x numbers every time. Which is cool, but it's not so fun when you have to deal with siege too. Frosty's still beating everybody on Scrapper. Les, I think you should switch me with distant static. I think you need more boons.
Make haste. Never give up. March on.
thing to me.
Persevere. Forge the way.
Kind of funny. I'm good. I'm good.
Never surrender. Never give up. March on. March on. Nothing to fear. We shall return. Brace yourself.
That's fun. Dude, how many do they have, bro? They're only 30 people. They're doing pretty well. Let's do one where I go full glass cannon. Full glassy.
Nothing to fear. Pace yourselves.
Going by. Where'd they go? Yeah, I told you. It's worth it. You need to have one for you, with you all the time. You need to resist to move where you want without, I think. I think we have one we wanted to, maybe.
Never give up. Brace yourself. Nothing to fear. Incoming.
I'm holding them still for you guys. Go back away. Fine, sir. Play the banjo.
Brace yourself. Never surrender.
That's alright. Let's get the ring, we're good. Oh, somebody's chasing me. Thank you. Thank you all. What armor runes am I running? Right now I'm using full power. Sorry, I should be specific. I'm using full berserker. Full berserker. Straight up kapow. Thanks for stopping by, Gary. I'm full glass cannon. I literally have all berserker, all kapow stuff. Oh, that's cool. I mean, is a monkey? All right, let's grab our nodes. So what was the total murder? Ratcat was on my tail there, but I had I had a lot of kills. Wow, look at all that crowd control. Oopsie. Yeah. You can't port up from here, right? Because there's no stairs. Yeah. You can only join those two. Love Conduit, man. So many are hating on it. Really? Can it compete? Gary, I'm going to show you what I think about that comment right there. Can it compete? Brother, you got to believe. Brother, you must believe in the Conduit. Read it in a week, my friend. Hold on, the logs are not on the screen yet. Scheme bam bam bam. All right, these are our logs from yesterday, okay? And I'm just gonna show you the numbers that Conduit does if you know how to play it. All right, I'm just gonna zoom in on that here. All right, so highest damage overall was 14 million. The next highest DPS were 8 million, 8 million, 7.7 million, 5.7 million. So yes, Conduit can be good. And then for this raid night, highest 1 second burst, me, Untamed, me. And then highest outgoing skills, and then a bunch of me skills again. I do think Conduit is good. It's playable. If you are very good at it, you can make it work. I don't think it's as like strong as maybe like the other meta builds, but if you have fun with it, you can do a lot of good damage on it. It's not that big a deal. I think everything is tuned pretty close. And as you can see, I'm the highest DPS here, but this isn't really great. This isn't really great fights to compare with, but let me pull up those logs again. So yeah, I focus on getting kills a lot. So you'll notice I have a lot of kills contribution, downs contribution. In this case, I had like a lot of total DPS, so I was here the same amount of time as the rest of these guys. I was just active more by almost 50%. So it's up there. The ceiling is there. How do you achieve a 70k spike? I'm going to link you an unlisted video. It's just like a little guide on how I play. It's unlisted because I plan on actually like editing it into a full video, but I figure may as well spread the info while I can. Check out this YouTube video whenever you have a minute. It goes over how I play. I don't know if I'll have time to do like a spike review at the end of this. If you have any questions, let me know. I was using dwarf stance in those logs. Alright, let's join our friends. You wanted to make your world guild see Conduit slap? You can do it, bro. I believe. There's not a lot of Revenant enjoyers. Not as many as the other DPS classes, so I'm all about helping the Rev homies get better. Want more Revenants playing the game, having fun. I honestly think Conduit's pretty fun. It is as fun as a DPS to me as Vindicator is. That's saying a lot because I really like Vindicator for DPS pure. And then I like Renegade for like hybrid, right? I like Renegade because it's a boon DPS. I like being useful. Not just killing stuff, although I'm good at that part. All right. Love it, man. I love seeing other people that like hyped for Revenant. So many people, they try Revenant and they don't really get the whole energy thing, because honestly the energy's a bit awkward at first, you know. It took me a little bit. I didn't main Rev when I first tried. I tried Rev and I didn't like it, and I went back to Guardian. And then I mained Warrior for some time. And once I got kind of good at Warrior and I learned like how to play the game a bit, I said, well, let me give Rev another try, because now I really know what the hell I'm doing. Or, I mean, a bit opposite. And now I know what I'm doing. And then it turned out that I really liked it, so. More Rev enjoyers. Resepping optional. Yeah, exactly. Dude, I need water, man. I said I needed water like an hour ago. Parched. Alright. You're still sitting on Power Hammer Herald? Well, honestly, it's still a good build. Hammer Herald is still a fine build. It's consistent. I think that's really why or I guess I should say what the strength is of that old power herald build. Is that it's consistent DPS. All right, let's go into my roam setup. To be honest, I really like all the builds for Revenant. Like Renegade, Zerg Renegade is fun. Zerg Vindicator is fun. Heal Vindicator is not my favorite healer, but it's interesting. It's something different. Then you got the Conduit Renegade that I was trying, which is kind of like a bootleg Scourge. Rev has a lot of cool builds to try if you like playing offensive style builds as well as defensive style, but there's really only 2 defensive builds. Am I swapping between Shiro and Dwarf depending on comp? Yeah, completely. Yeah, exactly. Beat him. Versus these like roamer guys, I just stay Shiro because Jade Winds just like one shots them. And then once like the tag shows up on red, if they ever do, I switch to Dwarf for that reason. Need more builds in Revenant. 9 is not enough. Are you talking about the ones in my Discord, or are you talking about in general? I think I don't have 9, right? I think I have less than that. Yeah, I don't have 9. Oh, wait, I actually do have 9. That's weird. I have 3 Conduits, 3 Vindicator, and 6 Renegade builds on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Huh. I don't even have all of them on there either. Trying to see how they use their cooldowns real quick. Finish off that guy.
Never surrender.
Locked in on the combat there. I have a Conduit roaming build. I'll review that in here in a sec. Try to go over here at the end since we've got a couple of you enjoyers here. Feed you fellas the info, the deets, the lore. What are you baggy? Oh, that guy.
Together. Incoming.
This is so silly, man. The only target that may not get blasted. Look at those little rats getting destroyed.
Never surrender.
Yeah, they're not coming close anymore. General? Oh, you mean a general? Okay, okay. For roaming, figured Conduit build, but does not use door. You can use door for you can use door for Shiro and roaming. I'll go over that later. Let me not get distracted. Oh, they've got it down there. It's risky to go out to have res that. Right now I'm using a roaming build, by the way, guys. In case you're wondering, I'm not using a zerging build. There's no zerg to fight, so using a roaming build is fine. Box. Yep. One dodge. All right. Let me get you guys the link for the build I'm using right now. Because you guys want to take a peek at it, so you guys know what I'm doing. So this is what I am playing right now. This is what I'm playing.
Forge the way. There's nothing to fear.
All right, let me catch up with you. I hope you get more space for more builds. You use 322 conduit. Yeah, that's good too. 322 is good as well, but I like 122 better on conduit. Feels very consistent. I don't know. Let's see. The little run we had. Pretty decent little run there. Not much to hit. Everybody's just running builds. I think I got blasted by my F2 there. Release potential. Release potentiality. What's your opinion on your cook? Hold on, let me look at it again. I really like aggressive arrival. I think having resistance on legend swap is really big. But other than that, 222, you're going 121 is fine. Wait, you're going Call of the Assassin. I mean, you can go Call of the Assassin, but you'll be low on crit, which is fine as long as you make sure you accommodate for that in your build. Call of Assassin's fine because you get a lot of quickness uptime, but I personally would say Roiling Mist is probably better because you get quickness from Shiro, but I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm sure it could be good. You would have to use like Marauder gear or something, or Assassins or something. This 20% crit is a lot to pick up on your gear. You could do a rune, I guess. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Listening to my guild Discord. This guy gonna get out of combat. 2 leaps. Okay, he's probably low. Bom, 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 bom. The Chrono went down somewhere. I'm gonna have to pay attention to this guy, see if he does anything dumb. Alright. Marauder Demolisher? That's fine then. It's probably not a big idea. Or a bad idea. Would you keep Entity as second legend? I like Entity because it gives you a cleanse. So I will admit that Entity is not like I like this for movement skill. I like this movement skill a lot. The heal is hard to use. The best way you can use the heal is by tanking damage with it, because the best thing about this heal is a 75% reduction on damage. So you don't have a lot of healing, you have a lot of damage reduction. So it's, I don't know. I think it's worth it personally. I don't know. I could definitely see going Shiro Dwarf instead. It's probably easier, more consistent. But I think maybe in the end, you're going to be missing out on some of the damage from... I don't know. Honestly, you're telling me to roast you, but that could be a fine build. Yes, roast me. To be honest, your legend choice is personal preference. I think usually Shiro is better, but I think Conduit you can go dwarf stats while you're roaming because you have an extra leap in there.
March on.
Bye, Fafo. Where's my tag bandit going? Wish I can port up here. They'd be so broken. Bum. What the fuck? So many siege. Holy! Must test harder. Yeah. A couple of things with Beguiling Haze is that it's very delayed. So I don't know. Look at my cast bar. You see this yellow cast bar right here? When I cast Beguiling Haze, it's gonna do like a second cast bar when I land. You see this right here? That like second cast bar, it has to like that cast has to finish, and then your character does like a check around you to see if you struck a target. So it's really slow. And the reason I mentioned that is because once I kind of understood that a bit, made it easier to in dueling. Basically, when you're dueling somebody, you want to mark them with Beguiling Haze, and then just kind of keep like fighting them and stuff, and then porting and using your Beguiling Haze every like 4 or 5 seconds to keep it harder for you to be hit, basically. I do find that part of Conduit quite fun in 1v1s. If you can like, basically if you mark somebody with your Beguiling Haze, they just can't get away. They're really susceptible to your upcoming burst, basically. Which sounds obvious. Oh, I guess we're actually going here. And yeah, Greatsword, Shiro, Beguiling Haste, up to 3 charges if you can land it and all that. It's impossible to get away from it if you're careful. So it's fun. I'll be honest. I wish the animation was like a little bit faster, because it is a bit annoying sometimes where if they just walk away from you, you just miss it. And you can't really do much about it. Whatever, go the last trait. I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. I personally have not found a need for it yet. these guys have so much tank stats, it's crazy. So what I was gonna say is maybe in Zerging, but I think the reduced recharge on legend swapping is just too powerful. It gives you access to your biggest power spikes, which is when you have access to your legend swap more often, and it kind of is a bit of a safety net for when you waste all your energy improperly. So personally, I have not found a reason to use it yet. I think you can use misfire when you're playing a Conduit build, because it's a lot of extra burning, and the daze is nice, but the burning is really what's important. But yeah, I really love enhanced embodiment. I think I used to roam like this, but I think I really prefer like this.
Never surrender. Peace yourselves.
Alright, we're gonna try and take this cape. Let's see what happens. No problem, Gary. Happy to help. That's why I stream literally. I literally only run this channel and stream because I like the game a lot and I want more people to think it's fun and cool. And it seems like it's getting more popular, you know. I know it's an X-Pack that got launched and all, but wrongs and mindset. Got the McDouble. All right. You waiting for a video montage for me? Ooh, man, I should do that. Get back in the game here.
March on.
That guy's gonna fall down and die. Pum 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 pum.
Never surrender.
No! Dude, how many does it take, bro? It's same, bro. I want to know the numbers, so I gotta check. Dude, I do have to make a montage, man. I just don't have time, bro. I'm a married man. I'm a married man with a job. And it just sucks at video editing, and it takes me so long. Go on. Oh. It's fun as usual. Ooh, that cat was gaming on me there. Nice. All right, we're tagging down here, so we're gonna take a little break. So while I do that, I will talk about the roaming build thing that I wanted to kind of go over real quick since I have your attention. When you're roaming on Revenant, it's really important that you consider your move speed. The only way that you get move speed in this game is with swiftness or 25% increased move speed rune, which we don't use because we have access to a trait that gives us swiftness. And then the third thing that increases your move speed is either super speed, which increases it to the fastest possible. The next thing that is one step slower in terms of move speed is the Relic of Speed. This is 66% move speed. I think that super speed is like 80 or 100 or something. Could be wrong on that, or 120. But anyway, if you have swiftness, you are 33% faster. If you have Relic of the Speed, you are 66% faster. So it's a really big deal to have this Relic of Speed as a Revenant, because moving quickly is more important than people think. Okay, so Relic of Speed, really important. Not all the time, but if you're not going to be using Relic of Speed, you if you are going to be using Relic of Speed, you have to have swiftness on you for it to work, so you want to make sure you have rapid flow. So pretty much in every roaming build that I ever do, because you can't get swiftness in any other way other than rapid flow, I always use this trait. This is the only way I get swiftness. So almost all of my roaming builds have Relic of Speed and rapid flow, and that keeps me like as fast as possible. That means that if a person is not using a Relic of Speed or has a trait that gives them that effect, some do, like Chronomancer, Mesmer, they are at a disadvantage because they can't catch up to me. Okay, so something to consider. Some builds get around that by having access to super speed and other movement skills, but Rev doesn't. The way that we get around our combat prowess comes from being very quick, so using Relic of Speed with Rapid Flow kind of evens the playing field versus other builds who already have some of these traits built in. Okay, aggressive arrival. It's really important to have resistance, because resistance, again, if you don't know, resistance makes you immune to any non-damaging condition. That means chill, cripple, immobilize, and most importantly, weakness. Weakness makes you not crit, makes you do less damage. So if you have resistance when you're trying to go for an assassination spike, it's basically a guaranteed source of damage. Okay, so this aggressive arrival and enhanced embodiment go hand in hand. You will, well, I guess, whatever. Your legend recharge is lower. You get resistance when you swap. A lot of times your big burst is going to be dumping energy and then legend swapping and then using a few weapon skills there. So let me just go to a dummy. All right. So a lot of things that when you're roaming is regarding your opener. So theoretically, you're limited by your energy bar. You only have access to spend 50 energy. That means if you have really expensive utilities, you can only do one utility plus one weapon skill, right? And then you're out. So the way that Rev gets around that, obviously, is by refreshing your energy as low as possible and when you legend swap. So that means that you want to combo your legend swap with whatever it is that's going to waste your energy under your legend. I'm trying to be very vague so it applies to everything, but for example, if I want to open on a target, it's going to cost me 35 energy to use my portal, right? So if I port to this guy, it's going to cost me 35. I only have 15 energy left. That means I can only use either short bow 5 or short bow 4 before I can't do anything else, right? Pretty logical. Hopefully that makes sense. So if I port onto this target and I use short bow 5, I'm out of energy completely, right? That means I have to legend swap, okay? I'm surely that's obvious, but I'm just going to say it. Okay, so your biggest burst is going to be when you legend swap, especially while roaming. It's generally when the spikes occur. You see these like spikes on the graph? This is generally when I'm legend swapping, most likely. So port in, use a skill, use Cosmic Wisdom, use your release potential before you legend swap, and then legend swap. That's your opener pretty much all the time. So let me do that real quick again. So this is a concept called combos, right? You want to combine your abilities to spend all your energy and then legend swap. You're comboing skills and then legend swapping, and then you have access to some other stuff at that point. So you want to try and dump and then switch. So you can use like your elites. Once you are dumped, you legend swap. And now you have access to hang on to this energy for a little bit while you wait for your legend swap to come back. So you don't end up in a scenario where you don't have energy and you don't have legend swap. That's the one way you die. The one way you die as Revenant is if you don't have energy. And I'm just going to be extremely clear. If you don't have energy, you don't have skills, you don't have stun break. If you don't have legend swap, you don't have energy refresh, and that means you again don't have stun break. You don't have anything. So it's really important that you're never low on energy for very long. When you dump your energy, you're getting out basically, so that you're never in a situation where you can't press a reactive ability. Okay, so that kind of covers the idea around using your class mechanic. That kind of covers the idea around roaming bursting. Aggressive arrival, of course, you port in, you do one skill from your short bow, then you legend swap, you have 2 seconds of resistance. You're vulnerable to CC. You don't have stability really, other than glaring resolve, but it's after you're already stunned, so it's not very useful. If you don't go this build, you can go the dwarf stance variant of the roaming build. If you go the dwarf stance variant of the roaming build, I would not go Shiro probably. I mean, you can go all 3 of them, honestly. Any of them are fine. but you probably want to do certain combos like inspiring reinforcements before you legend swap, or making sure you try and land a forced engagement in a duel while you're roaming, because it's a good CC and it allows you to line up your other shortbow skills or your other weapon skills. What about survival? Dealing with conditions and healing. Okay, that's a good question. Dealing with conditions is one of the points of weakness on Revenant. The only way that you get around it is by using a cleansing sigil. Okay, so the cleansing sigil here says remove 3 conditions when you weapon swap to this weapon in combat. So that means that if I'm in combat and I switch away from shortbow, I don't cleanse, okay? Because I'm actually switching into this weapon, which will activate these sigils, which are different. So the way that I combat cleansing is 2 ways. The main way is by using a cleansing sigil on the shortbow, and that's because shortbow is kind of like your defensive running away weapon. And if you are not aware, your sigils will proc on your weapon when you legend swap. So if you legend swap and then weapon swap, I would have cleansed on my shortbow, and then when I weapon swap, I also proc the sigils on this weapon. So I'm actually procking both sigils basically, in a way. But so the most important thing to take away from there is that when you legend swap and you have shortbow on, you're cleansing 3 conditions. If you're finding yourself running into too much condition pressure, you can of course take a cleansing channel. Gives you a 4th cleanse. So 4 cleanses when you legend swap with shortbow on. When you legend swap with greatsword on, you only get 1 cleanse, of course, because you don't have cleanse sigils on both weapons. Unless you prefer to do that, you can. It could be worth trying until you master survival a bit, and then try going more on the offensive stuff. So for survival, the biggest thing for survival is your mobility, or like if you're using Shiro, you're like evading, using your mobility correctly, staying quick. That's pretty much how you avoid damage, and also using your heal skill to tank. So basically, you go in, you do your burst of damage, and you don't stick around for too long. You get out. Okay, I'm gonna dodge away. I'm gonna start running away. I'm just gonna make it hard for him to like retaliate, basically. And that keeps you slippery, harder to hit, and requires you to need less healing. So that is how you play defensively and avoid damage. Now, healing is tricky because you don't have a lot of healing on Conduit. You have you only have your heal skill, which is better as a block than it is than a heal, because it only heals for about 4,000, 5,000 health, which is not really a lot. It's about 1/3 of our health, but while you're channeling the hands, you're basically taking no damage. So I like to use it to tank like Willbender start engages, or like longbow, rapid fire from rangers, stuff like that. Stuff that you don't think you're gonna get like CC'd on while channeling it. I don't use the elite that much while roaming unless I already landed a CC, like it's a finishing combo. Like if I land Sharpo 5, I'll use the elite while roaming. Healing. Another big thing about healing while roaming is when you have Cosmic Wisdom and you have Impossible Odds running, each second you'll be ticking out these enchanted daggers, and each one is going to heal you for a lot. So Cosmic Wisdom while in Shiro can be a potent self-healing tool. Okay, so that covers that. Using your dodges well, timing your dodges for when you think your enemy is going to use their most important skills. That comes with time. Making sure that you're not overly dodging, like dodge. There's a balance with dodging. You don't want to dodge too much, because then the enemy knows that they can just go on you at that point. But you also don't want to like not dodge, because you'll just soak the damage. Okay, so there's a bit of a fine balance that you'll learn with the dodge bar. Survival. Cleansing. Obviously, you can use Hex Eater Vortex to cleanse a few sigils, or sorry, a few conditions if you don't have your shortbow cleanse ready. So in that regard, can't you run the last trait in? Okay, you can, but okay. Oh, you're reminding me of a very important subject that I should bring up. All right, so for you to do good damage in a small window, these are the things that are required. You have to have Fury. Optionally, you can have some quickness, and even more optional, or sorry, I don't know which one's more optionally, but might. So you need quickness, Fury, and might, and that's how you can get good burst. The other thing is vulnerability, but we don't worry about that too much in World v World. You just assume that it's going to be applying randomly. So the reason why I do not like, thank you for reminding me, the reason why I don't like Perpetual Wisdom is because of the last line here. It says trigger the active portion of Numinous Gift when you invoke a legend. So Numinous Gift is this trait, which means that whenever you press F3, you gain a boon based on your legend. So the two legends we have equipped are going to be Raza for Fury and Shiro for quickness, or Dwarf Stance for stability. But Shiro for quickness is better, obviously, because quickness is rare. So the reason why I don't like Perpetual Wisdom is because if I'm gonna burst this target, I need to prepare myself before I start combat with Fury, and I can't do that without getting into combat, legend swapping, using Greatsword 3, or pressing F3. So if I press F3, I gain all of my most important buffs right now for bursting, right? So Cosmic Wisdom is very essential for your burst window. Okay. So now let me switch traits here. After doing a burst, let's just assume that, in fact, let me go to these dummies over here because they don't move, and there's a single target. So when you're roaming, you have to assume that your boons are only going to come from you. Like, you can't assume a support is going to give you swiftness. You can't assume a support will give you fury. You got to make sure that's covered. Otherwise, you're going to be not effective. All right, so if I try to burst this target without using Cosmic Wisdom, I'm not going to have any fury, and I'm not going to hit nearly as hard. You see this? No fury, 0. No boons, no bitches, right? Let me switch here. All right. So let's do this now. So if I was going to burst on this target, when I Cosmic Wisdom, I pretty much prepare myself with all my boons. So I can just Cosmic Wisdom, use Shortbow 4, 3, 2, you know, I have my boons. I'm doing max damage here. Okay. If you have the other trait line, you don't have the option to pre-buff yourself with Fury and Quickness and all that. Okay. So that's why I don't like it. So I can't press this button anymore, right? I can't press F2, it's gone. So what it does now, it says that instead, when I legend swap, I now gain Fury, I gain Quickness, which is fine for long-term engagements when you're already in combat and you're going for like a DPS kind of playstyle, like damage per second. Perhaps this could be better with Dwarf Stance or something like that. But because you can't pre-buff yourself with all the boons you care about, it makes your opening burst harder to one-shot. And in this game, if you don't one-shot, you have to kind of kite until you get for your next one-shot window. Because people have immunities, dodges, blocks, evades, etc. That's kind of the dance of the duel. The dance of the duel is going to be, I can one-shot you, when am I going to do it? We both have defensive utilities and dodges. We gotta kind of bait them between each other, right? That's like the whole dance of battle. So that covers what I think about Perpetual Wisdom. I really like the control over pre-buffing myself with all my boons right before I go in. Perhaps in a dwarf build it can be good. Is there anything else regarding survivability that I want to mention? I don't think so, right? I feel like just being very careful with dodging, being hard to hit, moving a lot, not being afraid to just like use your skills, waste your energy, like use your energy before you legend swap, get the most out of all your skills. I think those are my biggest tips. Yeah, so biggest tips: aggressive arrival, rapid flow, speed relic. Once you have that, you can go any legends you want. I recommend enhanced embodiment, and I recommend enhanced embodiment because having access to the legend swap saves your cheeks more often if you get into trouble. More energy, more bursting, more access to potentially your second utilities, etc. So I just find it to be the best. Conductive armaments just makes it really simple to cap up your affinity. You can go this way if you don't care about that build with the affinity thing, but I think this build's fine. So yeah, I think that's really the biggest things. If you don't want to go Devastation, there are other builds you can go. Like, I think you can go... I know some people go Retribution. It's like a half defensive, half offensive kind of thing. Sorry, people in Discord are talking about stuff. I'm just trying to follow along. All right. So traits wise, you can kind of go whatever you want. I personally pretty much always recommend going Devastation just because I really like having resistance. Call me lame. And yeah, I think that kind of covers all the basics. The rest you will learn as you play. Experiment with the weapons, find the weapons you enjoy, find the traits you enjoy. Alright guys, I am gonna roll on out of here because I'm fucking tired. I honestly need to go to bed because I know as soon as I turn my stream off and I realize how tired I am, I'm gonna like pass out. I was literally like barely considering streaming before Zerg today. I was like laying down on my couch after finishing some stuff for my wife. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hit a like on the channel, hit a subscribe on the video. I said that backwards, but YOLO. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Breakdance. See you guys next one.